Hi, I'm Ania Montoya. I'm from Spain, and well, since I was little, I was very curious about cultures, about other languages. At first, I was gonna study engineering. That was what I was preparing myself for. But suddenly, I had a shift of mind. I was like, maybe I want to do something more creative. This opportunity, it was a very crazy way in which I got to know the program that I'm currently on. So it's called LANE, it's Leadership, Entrepreneurship and Innovation International. So how this works, it's a university degree in which we learn about entrepreneurship and about business, not through classes, not through teachers, not through exams. We don't have anything of that, but through actually building startups with a multicultural team. And suddenly I found myself being I had just turned 18 and being in Shanghai. It was my first time in Asia. I had absolutely no idea about Asian culture, only what I had seen on TV or, on cartoons, and I fell in love with it. It was extremely intense because we were not only in this disruptive degree, working together, creating a company together in a multicultural team, but we're also living together. And what that entails in terms of your traditions when living, when cooking, what are your manners at home. We had very funny moments. We were 8 living in each house, but we were also very young. For some of us, it was the first time living alone, but the craziest was in Seattle because we're the 15 of us living in a house. It was very fun. For me, I absolutely love it. There were people that now in my team say I would never go through that again, but for me, they were the best 6 months. It was very funny waking up and suddenly seeing we were cooking porridge in the morning, but then I don't know, the Chinese was doing some weird chicken, and then you could see the other Chinese playing games. The guy from the Netherlands with the speaker and the towel. For me, it was full of life. It was living all together allowed us to understand each other's traditions, cultures, way of living, customs in every day way better. But we gained a lot of professionalism in Seattle, and that's also where I first saw social entrepreneurship being played out and actually working. There were people doing social businesses that were creating revenue for them, in which they were creating an impact. They were being amazing entrepreneurs. That was such an inspiration for all of us. What I liked the most was actually being able to learn about different businesses or different industries when providing those services. When we were working in Seattle, for example, some of the things that made me feel the most fulfilled or professional was that the fact of being, for example, 19 in Seattle and being providing a service to a company that was creating a positive impact in their work and being paid, that was mind-blowing for me. I was 19, or now I'm 21, and it's still mind-blowing for me. From Seattle, we went to China. It took us a really long time. We've been hustling with visas a lot. It took us 3 months to get to China. For me, going back to China, those had been the best 3 months of my life when we started there in Shanghai, because of the learnings that I had gotten and the crash that I had gotten in terms of the university, the people and everything. And for me, going back to China was a dream. It was what I had been longing for. I was ready to establish for a year and to build something a bit more long-term. And GoForVisual was already established there. We were gonna work with the girls there. And from one day to another, they told us, guys, pack, you have 15 kilos, we're going to Korea, they're gonna close the country. This is getting serious. And we flew to Korea just one day before they closed China. And then the corona was getting worse here. And the best choice would have been to stay, because then Korea was one of the countries that dealt with it the best. But from our degree, they were unsure of how it was gonna fold out, and they ended up telling us again, okay, pack and go to Berlin. And that was again, okay, let's readapt. We don't have time to complain again. Let's readapt. Let's see the mindset for me has always been, let's take the best out of every situation. I take it in a very positive way. So there was a point then after the design sprint in which we didn't know if we were going to be able to go back to China. We had a year-long visa, but still China wasn't opening their doors. Or we were going back to Korea, we were staying in Berlin. So how are you going to create a business if you don't even know what's the market that you're going to go for? But at the end, we decided to go for Korea. I was very excited to come to Korea because over the years, sharing time with my Korean colleagues, they had told us so much about it. Because in Spain, our colleagues had a really hard time doing business in English. It's more, you need to have someone in Spanish, you need to know much about the culture, you need to have someone Spanish as here, you need to have someone Korean in your team, otherwise you're not gonna get as far. I think after these 4 years, now is my time to create something for myself, like to build a startup. It's my time to bring all the knowledge that we've been gathering all these years, all the experiences, and try to build something long term. I'm going to try it with Eki, sex education platform, in order for us to be able to have healthier relationships, both with ourselves and with others, and to have the tools to really conduct them properly, and the knowledge. Because I think with knowledge is where you're going to take the most wise choices. It was a pity that from all the design sprint, trying to bring GoForVisual online, all the plans that we had for GoForVisual, it didn't work out. But from failure, I think you get opportunities, and COVID, I think, has been an opportunity for many businesses to reinvent, for many new businesses to appear, and for us it was the opportunity to create Eki. Obviously, you need to reflect on what went wrong, analyze it, and learn from the next time. You don't want to go over the same rock twice, but I think taking it in a positive way, in a growth mindset, it's the key to advance. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the following videos.